Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. At Winter NAMM 2020, SSL made a big announcement. They've released two USB audio interfaces, the SSL2 and the SSL2 Plus. For complete information on these interfaces and all of SSL's products, visit sweetwater.com. SSL utilized more than 40 years of experience designing premium audio products when they went to the drawing board to create the SSL2 and the SSL2 Plus. The SSL2 is a 2-in, 2-out USB audio interface. The SSL2 Plus is a 2-in, 4-out audio interface that also adds MIDI I/O. Both interfaces feature SSL's analog preamp designs. They can accept line level, instrument level, and of course microphone level signals as well. Now, they very carefully designed these interfaces and the preamps to have exceedingly fine specs. On the preamps, we have greater than 130 dB EIN or equivalent input noise, and more than 62 dB of gain. This is very high gain for a built-in mic preamp in an audio interface. In terms of frequency response, with line and instrument level inputs, these audio interfaces are basically ruler flat, within 0.05 dB from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. And with mic level signals, we're coming in with a frequency response also basically ruler flat, within 1/10 of a dB from 20 to 20K. Dynamic range is also class leading with these audio interfaces. Input dynamic range clocks in at 110.5 dB, while monitor output dynamic range comes in at 112 dB. These are excellent specs for an audio interface. But beyond specs, the great thing about the SSL interfaces is how easy they are to use. Both of them feature two input channels, and those are again based on SSL's analog designs. We have 48-volt phantom power for condenser microphones and active ribbon microphones, and we can select among microphone, line level, and high Z or instrument level inputs. We have an LED bar meter and a gain control. Completing the channel, we have a switch for engaging legacy 4K mode. And what this does is impart the tonality of an original SL4000 console to our input channels. It adds a lift on the top end, as well as subtle harmonic distortion that really brings a signal to life, and we'll listen to that in just a second. On the output side, of course, we have a monitor level control. It's a nice large control, so very easy to grab when you're in session. We have a monitor mix that allows us to create latency-free monitoring when we're overdubbing. So we can range from listening to what's coming back from your DAW to any blend with what's coming in your input channels. The stereo switch allows you to use the two input channels for left and right. Finally, on the front panel, we have the headphone control. Now, on the SSL2, we have a single headphone output, so we have just one control. On the SSL2 Plus, we have dual headphone outputs, and those can access independent monitoring paths. We have controls for each of those right here on the front panel. Let's check out the effect of this legacy 4K mode on incoming microphone level signals. I've got a Shure Beta 58A dynamic microphone connected, and we'll listen first to the dry signal, then we'll engage the 4K mode. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. You can hear with this mode that we're getting a nice lift on the top end. Really helps your signals to jump out of the speakers and gives them a nice presence. The back panel of the SSL2 is very clean. We have two combi jacks for instrument, line, and mic level signals. And we have two balanced 1/4-inch outputs for our monitor output or our main output. Rounding out the back panel is a USB-C jack for connecting to your Mac or PC. The interfaces come with two cables, one that goes from USB-C to USB-C and the other one from USB-A to USB-C, so it's compatible with a wide range of computers. When we moved to the SSL2 Plus, we had two additional outputs 3 and 4, and these are on RCA jacks, so they're very easy to connect to DJ mixers. If you're doing podcasts, working with consumer audio gear, whatever you may be connecting, it's easy to connect those RCAs in an unbalanced signal path. The back panel of the SSL2 Plus also includes MIDI in and out for interfacing with external MIDI hardware. As I mentioned, the SSL2 and the SSL2 Plus are both compatible with Mac and PC. On the Mac, no drivers required. We're class compliant, and a driver is readily available to be downloaded from the SSL website for use with Windows computers. To get you started right out of the box, the SSL interfaces also include the SSL Production Pack. This consists of DAWs, plugins, audio material, loops, a wide variety of things to get you started. We've got Avid's Pro Tools First DAW, Bomb Factory's BF76, BF2A, and BF3A emulations of vintage compressors. We've got more than 1.5 GB of loops, Ableton Live Lite, as well as 2 instruments that give us more than 2,000 different sampled and synthesized sounds. But I think you're really going to enjoy putting 2 plugins from SSL to work. Vocal Strip 2 and Drum Strip are included with the SSL2 and SSL2+, and these are optimized for those 2 different signal types, vocals and drums. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the SSL2 and the SSL2+, the first USB audio interfaces from SSL. This is a big step forward for the company, and they've brought all of their experience to bear to create incredible sounding, but super easy to use audio interfaces. I love the desktop format, they sound incredible, and they're super easy to operate. Definitely give these a look. Thanks for joining me for this look at the SSL2 and SSL2+ USB audio interfaces. I've had a lot of fun checking these out, and they're definitely a big announcement from SSL at Winter NAMM 2020. For complete information on these interfaces, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click here for more videos like this. Or start at Sweetwater for all your music instruments and pro audio needs.